Kyle from Cruiser Customizing here at DynoJet Research today. Gonna go inside, take a look and see how power commanders are made. For those of you who are unfamiliar, DynoJet is the leader in fuel management technology. They're the developer and inventor of the dynamometer, which allows you to be able to find out exactly what your motorcycle or car is doing. Today we're going to go in and get a sneak peek at what exactly goes into a power commander and why they are one of the leading fuel management systems you can put on your motorcycle. Put DynoJet on the map, Will.
What put us on the map originally was jet kits. Carbureted vehicles were the norm. You know, we developed the jet kits to help enhance performance and better drivability. After jet kits, you know, we introduced dynamometers, with Model 100 chassis dyno for motorcycles, and it just evolved from there. We went to automotive dynos. When fuel injection became more popular, we introduced the Power Commander, and went from Power Commander 1s to like a 2 basically, then a 3 USB, now Power Commander 5, and now we've gone as far as flash tuning with the PowerVision product line.
Beautiful. Well, thanks for the opportunity to come. We're going to go back and take a look, a tour of the facility.
Spares is all accounting, essentially, and marketing department. Back here, we've got, you know DynoTech, so DynoTech product line over here. Power commanders, it's back here. So as you can see, you know, we stock tons of stuff, tons of different harnesses, jet kits, the whole 9 yards. Back here's where they'll assemble everything, get it ready for shipping. There's a software on it, all the different maps, the whole 9 yards. The sound enclosed dyno. So it's basically one of these INC rigs built inside the trailer, so we can run that thing. It's got an intake, exhaust, and you can stand next to that truck and not even really tell a bike's running inside. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I've seen that at Laughlin.
But yeah, basically it's a pretty cool story the way the dynos got started, and that was essentially, you know, when we first started messing with jet kits and tuning everything, we needed something suitable to use for R&D purposes to, you know, test the performance, gain, you know, the tuning the actual product. Yeah, there really was no dyno on the market that we found suitable enough to really do the job for us 100%. So that's how the dyno got created. It became an in-house device for us to use for R&D purposes, and it was so good that we started selling it. And that's how it kind of got started.
Kyle from Cruiser Customizing here with Patrick Daniels, the HD Performance Specialist here at DynoJet. Today we're going to be walking through why you need fuel management, whether it be a jet kit or some sort of power commander or fuel management device. And then we're going to walk through each of the DynoJet pieces one by one so you get a really in-depth look at what a power commander does and why you need one. So Patrick, as far as fuel management goes, can you give us some of the basics? Why do people need to manage the fuel in their motorcycles?
Well, anytime you change anything on your motorcycle that's going to change the amount of airflow through your engine, you've just changed the fuel demands of that engine. High flow exhaust, high flow air cleaner, whether you're carbureted or fuel injection, the way the bike was set up from the factory, it's not set up to deliver enough fuel or the proper amount of fuel for the other accessories, performance products that you install on the motorcycle.
So a jet kit essentially works the same as a power commander, it's just a manual device.
That is correct. Carburetors are what started everything. That's how the engines got their fuel delivery, was through a carburetor. So with the addition of a jet kit, we can go in and change how much fuel the bike is getting. Pretty simple, really. You know, you mainly have three things that you can change to change the amount of fuel the motorcycle is getting.
Beautiful. Well, let's dig into a jet kit, kind of the components that are inside there, because we've got lots of guys that are still running carburation. And then once we get done with that, we'll work our way up in the fuel management, electronic fuel management pieces, and take a look at those.
Okay.
So here we have Patrick again, and we're here in front of a DynoJet jet kit. Now, inside most jet kits, what are going to be the components you're going to find?
To start off with, you're going to find fuel replacement needles.
Okay.
That meters the amount of fuel the motorcycle's getting under partial throttle, cruising a steady speed down the road.
Okay. Now, one neat thing to note about all the DynoJet needles is they have little spaces or grooves at the top of them that allows you to take an E-clip, and move that clip.
Correct. It allows the diameter of the needle to change to smaller or larger diameter depending on whether the motorcycle needs more or less fuel.
So if your motorcycle needed more fuel, would you move that needle, or would you move that clip up or down one?
You'd move that clip down and it would raise the needle.
So needles and E-clips, we've got main jets,
Main jets?
pilot jets. There's usually a spring.
It depends on the motorcycle.
Okay.
When we develop our kits, not all of our kits come with pilot jets. Matter of fact, very few of our kits actually come with pilot jets. The pilot jet is a circuit in the carburetor that adjusts the amount of fuel that the motorcycle gets at idle. With that being said, not many bikes need that much of a change at idle. And then we normally make that adjustment with a mixture screw adjustment.
Okay. So the mixture screw adjustment, a lot of times your mixture screw is hidden.
That is correct.
So what we've got here is a drill bit and a screw. Essentially, you're taking this drill bit and you're drilling a little teeny tiny plug, I guess it's usually copper plug, that's there on the outside of the carburetor. Once you drill the hole into that cap, you then screw the screw in, and then you can just pop it gently out. And on some of the other DynoJet jet kits, they've actually got that special little tool that you stick in once you get the plug out.
Correct. Depending on the model of motorcycle, it does require a special tool to adjust the mixture screw. And on those kits, we actually include the tool with the kit.
If you follow the instructions, you usually find 9 times out of 10, I don't have to touch anything. The bike just runs badass. It's great to go. But if you run into a problem, say a stumble or any of that nature, you read through that troubleshooting guide and you should be able to figure out. If not, the DynoJet techs are available via the telephone. You give them the phone call and they will walk you through exactly what you need to do.
Absolutely.
There you go, DynoJet. If you've got a carbureted motorcycle, this is definitely a kit that you should probably take a look at investing in. Carl from Cruiser Customizing here with Patrick from DynoJet, and today we're going to be talking about the Power Commander units. Now, here on the table we have a USB Power Commander 3. We've got the Power Commander 5. We're going to show you some of the neat things that these products do. Now, real quick, can you give us a little backstory on the Power Commander, where it came from, and why we need one on our fuel-injected bikes?
The Power Commander came about when fuel injection started coming out on the motorcycles. People started changing the parts on their motorcycles and needed a way to adjust the amount of fuel the motorcycle was getting. With fuel injection, it's a little bit more complicated than the old carbureted stuff. So we have an electronic device that will allow you to go in and change the amount of fuel the bike is getting.
So a lot of people have been scared when motorcycles started coming with fuel injection. People were freaked out. People were used to running with carburetors. They were used to the couple simple adjustments. You got the pilot, the main, the needle, and maybe some springs, and that's pretty much it. With the fuel injected motorcycle, the average Joe didn't know what to do with it. But with a Power Commander, step-by-step instructions, you at home in your own garage can get the perfect tune.
Absolutely.
So when it comes to the Power Commander, you're going to plug this into your motorcycle. As you can see, we've got 2 connections. You basically unconnect your stock ECU, plug it into the Power Commander, and away you go. Really quick, what are some of the simple steps you've got to do in order to make this completely functional on your bike once you install it?
Taking a Power Commander straight out of the box, we include the USB cable to connect it to your computer. We also include the software CD that has the latest version of the software and the most current listing of maps on it. Essentially, you take the Power Commander, plug it into your computer, select the map, one of DynoJet's pre-configured maps that matches or closest matches the setup you have on your motorcycle.
And what Patrick's talking about real quick here is you open the map file. You're going to see your particular year, make, model motorcycle. You're then going to see an air filter option. You're going to see an exhaust pipe option. You choose the option that is either identical or best matches your motorcycle, plug it in, and download the map. When that screen pops up, it looks like there's a lot of action going on the screen. What are some of the key things to take a look at and pay attention to when downloading your first map?
Just make sure that once you open the map that the notes specify exactly what the map is for. Make sure that that is matching your motorcycle. Also make sure that you've selected a map specifically for your year, make, and model.
So the Power Commander 3 has been out there for a really long time. Now over the next several years, Power Commander is going to be kind of phasing out the 3 and everyone's going to be going to the 5. What are some of the key advantages of the 5 over the 3?
One of the main features of it is the actual size of the box itself. Depending on the motorcycle, fitment can be an issue, trying to find room to put a Power Commander 3 to where the Power Commander 5 is a lot smaller in physical size. And then with the Power Commander 5, there's some features that you can add to the Power Commander 5, like our auto tune module that puts wideband sensors on the bike, and the Power Commander will actually tune the motorcycle you're riding as you go down the road.
So let's cover some of the things. So you say auto tune is number one.
Depending on the motorcycle, direct plug and play type applications would be the quick shifter. Allows us to put a sensor on the shift rod that allows us to shift through the gears without the use of the clutch. We have a map switch you can put on it that you can actually store 2 different maps in the Power Commander and switch between those. And then actually with both of them, you can actually put an LCD screen on it and mount that to your handlebars and view information from the Power Commander.
That's fantastic. That's something you definitely don't get with any stock application. That LCD screen to be able to monitor exactly what your motorcycle is doing as you ride down the road, absolutely fantastic. So now that we've covered the Power Commander 3, Power Commander 5, let's talk about something very unique for the Harley-Davidson market called Power Vision. Kyle from Cruiser Customizing here with Patrick from DynoJet. Today we're talking about the new Power Vision, especially for Harley-Davidson. So Patrick, tell us a little about the Power Vision and why you need this if you own a Harley-Davidson.
The Power Vision is DynoJet's latest tuning device for the Harley-Davidson motorcycle. It is reflash technology to where we actually go in and change the information inside the factory computer on the motorcycle. Unlike our Power Commander, which is a plug-and-play device where we make changes externally, this allows us to go inside the ECM and change the information inside there.
Wow. So how does it work? So the consumer gets this home, it arrives in the mail, they open it up, they've got a couple different cords here. Looks like this one plugs in to the back of the unit here.
Yeah, the cord you're holding there is the vehicle interface cable that goes from the Power Vision device itself to the diagnostic connector on the motorcycle.
Okay.
That's how we send and receive information from the computer on the bike. And then we have a USB cable which allows us to plug the Power Vision into your computer at home and transfer information from the device to the computer or from your computer to the device.
So what does this do or don't do that we see with, say, the Power Commander 5 or even the 3?
With the Power Vision, just like the Power Commanders, we do have pre-developed tunes available for your different modifications. It comes with complete tuning software. With the software, we have a basic mode for your basic user who's just starting out.
Okay.
And then we have a pro version, which is for the more experienced tuner.
Beautiful. So what is the end user going to see when they install this on the motorcycle, they download their map? What are the things that they're going to be able to play with or adjust with this unit?
We have the Power Vision installed on our 2013 DynoGlide here. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the ignition switch and power up the device. From the main screen of the Power Vision, we have the capability to program vehicle. This allows us to flash a new tune into the ECM of the motorcycle for different changes like exhaust systems, air cleaners, or even as far as internal engine modifications, cams, headwork, increased displacement. We have a data log button that takes us to the gauges to where we can go in and monitor information from the motorcycle real time and live. And then we have vehicle tools that allows us to go in, we can check diagnostic trouble codes, clear those, and actually get a brief description if the bike does have a trouble code of what's going on. Settings or device settings, we can adjust screen brightness and everything else. Device information essentially tells me everything about this device. I can tell if it's up to date or not. And then dealer information, if it was delivered from a dealer, it would have their shop name and address and phone number on the device. Under data log, we're going to go ahead and go to the gauge screen. And from the gauge screen, I can display information at real time as the bike is running. This particular screen that we have up, a couple of things. This particular motorcycle doesn't have a tachometer on it. I can display engine RPM. I can display throttle position, I can display engine temperature, have it display and tell me what gear the motorcycle's in.
Lots of options and extremely simple and easy to use. The new Power Vision for Harley-Davidson applications from DynoJet. Go to Harley-Davidson, take a look at some of the installs that we're going to be doing of this device in the future to see exactly how simple this installs and the power and benefit that you can get from this device.